The Regional Platform for Gender Equal Growth in Eastern Partnership Countries was a 3-day conference presented by Winnet Armenia Women's Resource Centers. The agenda included economic development growth, women's mobilization necessary for local democracy, promoting women's participation in the decision-making process, and more. In the aforementioned fields, Women's Resource Centers have gained good experience in Armenia, having significant successes in a short time. The conference was not only about presenting the successful model of Women's Resource Centers, but was also designed to share with Eastern partner countries some possible mechanisms discussed and to find the future collaboration with them. For opening the conference, Ruzana Torosian, the head of Winnet Armenia Resource Centers, mentioned,
"The Winnet model is innovation itself, as it has joined all women together in strength, in order that women's economic power is used equally, either in the economic development process or the decision-making process. Actually, as we help women generate income, that makes them more interested in the decision-making process. These are parallel processes, which we have implemented in these past years and have felt the positive results." The conference is organized in the framework of the Winnet Armenia Regional Development Project, which is implemented from Winnet Armenia and Winnet Sweden Network and funded from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Sweden. The project is especially designed to create a platform for gathering Eastern countries' governments, civil society representatives, and business leaders, as well as Women Resource Centers representatives.
And what I have learned also for European countries, it differs between countries in European Union, member states. For me, it's gender equality issues need to be addressed, and then you need in every country or cross-border go together, mobilize knowledge, and do strategies, and then also form actions, which means that before you do this, you also connect it to policy. For me, when it comes to the Winnet model and also how you can cooperate for the future within the Eastern Partnership and to use the knowledge from Winnet Armenia, as I see it, what Winnet Armenia have achieved over a period of 10 years or the last 5 years is impressive, which means that this is doable also for other countries to do. But the most important part of this is that you really need to cooperate together in the Eastern Partnership, and also cross-border to the neighboring countries in European Baltic Sea region, which means Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, Germany, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, which is part of that European macro region, so to speak, and is the closest neighboring countries.
Since 2009, the OSCE office in Yerevan has helped establish Women Resource Centers in 3 cities in the south, creating a network. Later, with the support of the EED organization, Women's Resource Centers have expanded to other cities in Armenia, using the Winnet Armenia name and having membership in Winnet Europe. By welcoming the participants of the conference, the ambassador of the OSCE office in Yerevan, Argo Avakov, stressed the importance of the role of Winnet Armenia's efforts in promoting women in the economic and political fields.
A project, as we started a Sunni project, implemented in 2012 and 2014, created over 120 job opportunities for women in Sunni region. Busy with needlework, yarn spinning, making carpets and carpet accessories, and pottery. The centers also worked actively on the eve of 2012-2013 local self-government elections. Very important role that women's resource centers are playing relates to raising awareness throughout different community events, roundtables, and discussions on women's rights in order to prevent domestic and gender-based violence. This is a very important field of intervention which is effectively exercised by women resource centers. Overall, more than 4,000 women have benefited from the center's activities. And the continuous development of centers and activities has resulted in development of a pool of educated, informed and active women citizens aware of their rights and interested in socio-economic and political participation. Today we are extremely proud to say that the initiative once called Sunni project went far beyond not only the borders of Sunni but to other regions, and the network is ready to share its experience with Eastern Partnership countries.
For Sweden, gender equality is a goal in and by itself, but it is also a method to reach other goals, such as peace and security, sustainable and inclusive economic development. In many countries, in Sweden and Eastern Europe, women are highly educated. They are needed as entrepreneurs, employees and leaders in society. They bring valuable skills and important perspectives. They contribute to innovation. Because we know how important gender equality is for development, we support successful initiatives such as Winnet in Eastern partner countries to support women and men in improving women's situation, and thereby we believe that we are supporting this society as a whole. And with this, hopefully contributing to inclusive, sustainable and peaceful development in the region. Armenia is a very good and inspirational example in this regard, which leads me to the Eastern Partnership, where Sweden remains strongly engaged and committed to the Eastern Partnership. We are humbled to the challenges partner countries face and encouraged by the progress so far. But still much work lies ahead, much still needs to be done. Transition is not a linear process. Transition and development takes time, and Sweden's commitment is long-term. The Eastern Partnership is an important forum for partner countries and EU member states, and partner countries among themselves, to discuss issues of shared interests, promote dialogue on values and build on common goals, share experience and inspire one and another.
Winnet Armenia was created based on the Winnet Sweden model. During the conference, the representatives of Winnet Armenia and Winnet Europe member organizations presented the format of resource centers as a model of women's empowerment which encourages participation in economic development and the decision-making process. The partner organizations of Winnet Armenia also stress the importance of networking in implementing the contribution of women's participation in policy development.
I want to say just a few words about Winnet Armenia because I'm really impressed by achievements of these resource centers, and the important for me is not only just the establishment of these resource centers for creating the opportunity for women to enter labor market, but first of all, this is an opportunity for the marginalized, for socially vulnerable categories to find a job, to become an active member of society. This is really very, very important because among these groups, for example, the low-skilled women, the unemployed, they're all socially vulnerable groups of population. So I know that these resource centers became a reality thanks to the support of our OSCE office, and I want also that a turning point for the further development of resource centers was a visit to Sweden, meeting with Swedish colleagues, discussions, exchange of experience. So I think that will be possibility to continue this activity, and it's really very, very impressive, and I wish all the best to my colleagues in the future work in this field.
Winnet Armenia is about women as equal participants with men. It is an initiative which is helping to solve the problems of family, community, and society. And the immediate actors, the changers, are women. The basic model of Winnet Armenia is a local initiative. This is significant in that it is already a successful and proven problem solver. This model of Winnet Sweden and Winnet Europe is very important for Eastern countries in this sense. One country, Armenia, already has proven its success. The problems are common in all these countries, and this model has something to say.
The Regional Platform for Gender Equal Growth in Eastern Partnership Countries project was implemented in June 2016 with support from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Sweden. The goal is the extension of the Women's Resource Centers network and to share their experiences with Eastern partner countries. As Armenia is the first non-European country that is a member of Winnet Europe, Women Resource Center Network, it has the best opportunity to share its experience with women organizations in neighboring countries. For that goal, the conference has anticipated participation in the Eastern partner countries. The government of the Republic of Armenia and the representatives of civil society are trying to present the national policy and programs. During the conference, the member organizations of Winnet Armenia presented about creating job opportunities for women in small communities, raising their interest about public processes, and supporting women to have participation in the decision-making process. There are many women in Georgia who need a job. I think Winnet Armenia is a project which gives women many things that she needs to be independent. We have to think about how to localize this project in Georgia, especially the places where there are also Armenians, where it is very difficult to find a job not only for Armenian women, but also for Georgian women. I think this project will be very productive for us. It is a very interesting project. This is a very interesting experience for Armenia. The most important thing is that these centers give opportunities to women to participate in civil life and give them a chance to feel more confident so they can participate in the decision-making process. Armenia has some similarities with Belarus, stereotypes about women and men's attitudes towards women. Of course, there are different features, but this experience will be very useful for Belarus. It's very important that our Armenian colleagues share their experiences with us. I would like to know the details about how to make centers in different communities and how they start to work. It's very important to understand this mechanism to create new centers in Belarus and ask for advice as we need help.
I'm acquainted with women's resource centers in Armenia. They have proven that they have attained many positive results. First, the initiative gives women support to make their voices heard in government. Secondly, the economic opportunities allow some financial independence to women in difficult situations. Hence, they can also have participation in the political process. In Moldova, we also have organizations who take care of women, but we don't have resource centers which might help women to solve concrete problems at the local level. We will see how we can localize these opportunities in our country. We have to collaborate with Armenia to have good results.
The participants of the conference made clear their steps for future collaboration. In the future, with the Winnet Sweden partners, they will continue the idea of the exchange program.